Welcome to the Kay Willis Positive Vibes Podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the Kay Willis Positive Vibes Podcast. Kay Willis Positive Vibes Talk Show on 1580thepraise.com, a Gold Chip communication station. And it's an honor today because I have Asia. Asia is a distinguished biology major and presidential scholar with a 3.75 GPA. Let me say that again, y'all. 3.75 GPA. Consistently earning Dean's List honors and a prestigious white coat recognition. A 2-year captain for her cross-country and track and field teams. Yeah, she is fast, y'all. She demonstrated leadership and athletic excellence. Her commitment to student-athlete success is reflected in her service on the Student Athletic Advisory Committee. Asia also mentors and tutors as part of the TRIO program and exemplifies leadership as chapter president of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, holding previous roles including financial secretary and membership chairman. Balancing academics, athletics, and community service, she embodies resilience, purpose-driven leadership, and a passion for inspiring growth in others. Come on, Asia. Let's go. And let me tell y'all something else. Not only is Asia everything with 3.75 GPA, I mean, the president of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, 2-year captain. Come on now, cross country. But guess what? This is my cousin. So I know people gonna be like, that's your cousin? So how y'all cousins? Because that's what people gonna ask. Well, she's your cousin, but how? So Asia's great-grandmother, which is like my grandma. That's my honorary grandma. Because my grandmother is sick, so that's my honorary grandma. And my grandmother are sisters. So my mom and Asia's grandmother are first cousins. So that's how we are cousins, like real blood. And she doing her thing in North Carolina at Livingstone College. So let's go ahead and get into the interview. So how did you end up going to school in North Carolina? Because we're from Cleveland, so.
I ended up specifically at Livingstone because it was free.
Come on now, free.
But I did always want to go to school out of state, and most of the schools that I were looking at were HBCUs, and a lot of the HBCUs I applied to were in North Carolina. So I just knew I was going to school in North Carolina.
So regardless if it was Livingstone or you was going to be in North Carolina.
Yeah.
And it was at no cost. Come on now.
It didn't matter.
It didn't matter.
I just wanted to be somewhere different than Cleveland, Ohio.
Come on now. I know that's right. Because I was the same way. I got to get out of Cleveland. Same way. And the HBCU at no cost, too. That's me, too. The same thing. So you know we family. We get into the money where the money at. That's where we going.
Yep.
Now, how did you get the scholarship? Was it just because, I mean, you got 3.75 now. So was your grades like that at Heights as well?
Yeah.
Or?
Yeah, so coming out of high school, I had a 4.2
Come on,
GPA.
4.2.
And so when I applied to Livingstone, I was automatically granted the presidential scholarship, which is all expenses paid, and I didn't have to pay for anything. So that's how I ended up with the scholarship. And to keep it, I had to maintain a 3.7 GPA or higher, which I have done all 4 years.
Come on, all 4 years. Yes. And, you know, going to school can be challenging. So I know you're a very bright young lady. I mean, it's in your genes. It's definitely in your genes. But I know, you know, there have been some challenges as well. As far as track, did you get a track scholarship as well?
So I was offered a track scholarship, but because my academic scholarship cleared my balance, I never signed a paper for the track scholarship, but I did have to offer.
Okay. So that's what I thought too. Okay, so you got 2 scholarships.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. So because you're doing good, 3.75 GPA, but you know that we have journeys on the roads, and you know if you want to talk about it, it was one time your dad said, "Call Asia, call her," because that's how it is in school. It gets like you do get some challenges. So you know, I'm glad that we pushed through. We had that conversation, and look at God. You know, that was freshman year. So God is good, but pretty much I had to, you know, let my cousin know, like, girl, I know those people ain't got no scholarship. Didn't I tell you that? I was like, they ain't got no scholarship, but you got a scholarship. You gonna make it. So yes, I mean, we had some challenges, but guess what? It all comes out, and you doing real good. And I'm glad that you pressed through everything. Yeah. I mean, cause I know, as far as I know, we don't have any family out there. Do we have any family?
No. For a year, Paris, my older sister, did move to Charlotte.
Okay.
But she's moved back home now. So all 4 years, pretty much, I've basically been here navigating everything on my own with my whole family 8 hours away from me. So I've been having to find like my own support with the people around me and meeting new people and learning new things.
Yes. So can you talk about that too? Because how is that? Like you said, your Central State was only 3 hours away. So I thought 3 hours for the longest. I remember when I got dropped off in 99, I was like, oh my God, it felt like you're never going to come home, but then you go home on the breaks and everything. But that's 3 hours. You're, like you said, 8 hours away. So can you talk to someone out there that, you know, is, because this is your senior year. This is also a lot of students' senior year as well. They don't know where to go, and they're kind of scared. Like, I got these scholarships, but I want to stay close to home because I want to stay with family. So can you talk to someone out there, like you said, basically you had to create your own support?
Yeah. So my freshman year for me, it was pretty tough. It was my first time being as far away from home as I was, and at that for such an extended period of time. So I did get homesick, and I did want to come home a lot. I actually did come home a lot. I came home probably once or twice every month. I flew back home. And at first, I did, like, isolate myself off. I didn't go out to campus events and get involved in campus organizations and clubs. My freshman year, just simply because at first I was a very introverted person. Mm-hmm. So I also feel like being here, it has helped me expand my social skills and like just expand my outreach period. When I go out to places, I walk up to people and I introduce myself to people, or I try to welcome people in and make people feel part of something, even if I don't feel like I'm a part of wherever I am at whatever time or place event it is. If I don't feel like I'm a part of it, I do try to make other people feel that they are a part of it and that they are welcome and like that their presence is cherished, because I know how I felt my freshman year, and I felt alone and like I didn't have any friends or anything. And really it was my fault that I felt that way, because I was closing myself off from everybody. And I wasn't trying to go meet new people, and I wasn't trying to go to any school events or anything. Like, I just was being by myself. So I recommend to meet as many people as you can and to go to as many events as you can.
Okay, so that's good advice. I mean, so for people out there listening and having those challenges, like, I don't want to leave home because I don't know anyone. And that's why I mentioned, I mean, our family is big, y'all. So Asia great-grandmother, once again, is my great aunt. And it's 10 of them, y'all. So we got family everywhere. I mean, I got a cousin in Germany. We got people in Texas. We got people in Cali, New York. You know, even when Asia joined Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated, I said, oh, we got some cousins and some AKAs. She was like, for real? I'm like, yeah, they in New York. So, you know, I reached out, carried information, and you met up with, was that Leslie? Which one when you were in Texas?
I met Lauren.
Okay.
Yeah, and Lauren lives in Texas.
In Texas, okay. Yep, that's what I thought. So, yeah, yep. So, I had to introduce. I said, wait a minute, your dad ain't tell you we got cousins? Come on now, we got our family deep, y'all. And it's challenging. So, when I said that's my cousin, they be for real blood cousins because it's so many. It's 10. Can you imagine? Like, my grandmother has 9 other siblings. It was 10 of them. And everybody got kids, and they got kids, and they got kids. So we got a real big family. So, yes. So I like that you said expand your social skills, reach out, welcome people in, and try to make other people feel a part. And then taking ownership, too. Come on now. You said, I felt like that, but that was me. But then once I start reaching out, I closed myself off, but once I start reaching out, you know, and start reaching to other people, it really helped out. So that's good because 8 hours, like you said, you just have to fly home. Honey, 8 hours is a wow. It's a minute away.
Yeah,
you
it's
know,
a lot.
It's a lot. It's a whole shift.
Mm-hmm.
We work 8 hours. So to drive home, like you said, I got on the plane. Come on now, let's get on the plane. So that was good advice for someone, because I know it's someone out there listening that, you know, they want to go to school. So y'all don't be afraid. Go out of town. And then also, how did you get involved in track? Because I know you graduate when you graduate from Cleveland Heights, and I went to your graduation. It was in Columbus. The track graduation.
Yeah.
Yes.
I graduated on the track at the state championship meet. Because our graduation was the same day back in Cleveland. But I got involved in track. I started running track like when I was 10. Yeah, I was 10 years old when I started running track. But 3 years before that, my dad, he had took me to a track meet, and I saw them running on the track, and I told him, I said, Daddy, that's what I want to do. Mm-hmm. And he told me to wait because running track costs a lot of money. Everything that you do, you have to pay for it. If you run 4 different events, you have to pay for each 4 of those events separately. You have to pay for your clothes. You got to pay for your shoes. Track meets are all day long. You're going to be at a track meet from 6 a.m. until 6 p.m. or later. And so you have to pay for food, and then track meets are far at that. A lot of my track meets that I ran in Detroit, I've ran in Chicago, I've ran in Kentucky. I go out of state a lot to run, and that was while I was still a kid, like before high school when I was running. So track costs a lot of money, and he wanted me to wait until the school would be paying for all of these trips and all of these expenses. But I wanted to do it right then and there, and I was very consistent about it, and I kept telling him, like, when you gonna sign me up for track? When you gonna sign me up? When you gonna sign me up? Because every other sport, he would sign me up for it when I asked to do it, and he just wouldn't sign me up for track, and I just kept saying, I want to do it, I want to do it, I want to do it. And so I guess after 3 years, he saw I was very serious. Aww. And so he signed me up, and since then, I've been running.
Come on now, and running good, not just running the captain of everything. So
yep.
That was wise that he said it's very expensive and just wait until they start paying. But you were persistent, like, no, we about to do this, and it paid off. It really paid off. So that is good. And then, how did you become the captain for cross country?
My coach, he saw me as a leader, and he needed someone to help him stay organized and stay on top of things, because he was always very open with us about like him having ADHD and not being organized, and him having a lot of other stuff going on, because as a head coach for a college sports team, you have a lot of stuff to do. Like, you don't just go and coach your athletes. It's a whole bunch of other stuff. It's meetings every day, all day. So he saw me as a leader, and he liked I don't want to say that I have a sense of authority, but people just naturally follow behind me. Like, they see me doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and they see me doing it right. And so they just would naturally follow behind me. So he asked me to be the team captain and to help him basically run the team while at practice, while he does the background work, like all the paperwork and all of that. And I said, okay, that's fine. I'm here for it.
Okay. And then you said that people naturally just follow you. So what do you think? How do you think people naturally, why do you think people naturally just follow you?
I honestly don't know. Everybody always say that I just walk around like I know what I'm doing, and I just look like I know what I'm doing. I look confident in what I'm doing, and I just have a sense of authority like this. And that's from people who I have never had a conversation with before. Like, they tell my friends this. They tell my friends that I just look like I have authority, and I look like I know what I'm doing. I look confident. And so I guess that's why people follow me, because I look confident in what I'm doing.
Come on now. So that's something else to reach out to people. Like, just own it. Like you said, you own it. Just be confident. Have a sense of authority. So when you walk in a room, regardless, just act like you own it. Come on now. I love that. It's in your genes. That's in your genes too. Okay. Now, you're a biology major. What made you want to get into biology?
So, my mom, she is a nurse, and she's always worked in healthcare. So, her being someone that I look up to a lot and who I admire, I just wanted to be just like her.
Aww.
And then I found out everything that nurses do. And I was like, oh, no, nurses do too much work. So then I was like, I'll just be the doctor, and I'll just sign the paperwork. And I'll help people get to the root of their problem. But I didn't want to actually be the one who would, like, helping people bathe. Not saying that that's an issue, but that wasn't what I wanted to do myself. So I said that I would want to be a doctor, and then when my mom had my little brother, she almost died, and so that made me want to work in maternal and fetal health. Like, specifically, I was like, this is what I want to do. I want to work with Black women. I want to make sure they are safe. I want to make sure they are healthy. Black women don't need to be dying when they are having babies. Both the baby and the mother should go through a pregnancy smoothly, and there shouldn't be many complications. And so ever since then, like, that's what I've stuck with, and that's what I still want to do even now as I get ready to graduate. Even though sometimes I get unsure about my career path and the things that I want to do in the future, and like, even now, I'm focusing on applying for graduate schools and stuff. Going to graduate school was a decision I had to make for myself rather than going straight into medical school, because I knew that I needed a stepping stone to go into medical school rather than going straight into there, because I feel as if I would have went straight into medical school, I would have not performed as well as I wanted to. So, yeah, that's, for me, I decided to be a bio major because I want to be a doctor, and I've wanted to be a doctor since I was like 5 years old.
Oh, that's so awesome. And shout out to your mom. Shout out Tasha. And little DJ and big DJ and Alana. Come on now. And Bruno and Paris. We gonna shout out all of them. We gonna shout them out. And the baby. We shout them all out. And he's about to be 1. They both about to be 1. February.
Yeah.
And then March.
Yep.
Wow. Where did time go? Yes. So I did not know that your mom almost died having DJ. Wow.
Yep.
And black women, they're 3 times more likely to die from a pregnancy-related cause than any other race.
Mm-hmm. And both of my sisters both also had a lot of health issues and had very high-risk pregnancies while they were pregnant as well. And so that also made me want to do it even more.
Oh, I'm glad. Well, praise God. Thank you for wanting to do that. I know it was a story. For Kira. I'm not sure if you heard of For Kira Moms. I follow that because my friend is a doula, and I was thinking about, I don't know. See, my thing is blood. Like, even when I worked at the pharmacy, I'm like, I could be a nurse over the phone because they gotta have nurses over the phone. I could do everything over the phone.
Yeah.
I could, you know what I'm saying? I could do that. I could do the nurse over the phone, but in person, I don't know about blood. That's my only thing. And my friend asked me too because she wants to go to school for RN, and I'm like, because the state, they'll pay for you to go to school. I'm like, okay. I said, only thing I could only do it over the phone because once I graduate from health careers. And you guys, I'm like, man, I don't know about this blood. I could do everything else, but it's the blood for me. So, I don't know about that. But, it's for Kira Moms. If you guys want to look that up. It was, I believe, Judge Hatchett. Let me look this up. So, it's for Kira Moms fights for improved maternal outcomes through coalition building, education. 2016, Charles Johnson lost his wife, Kira, during a routine C-section at Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles. Then he founded For Kira Moms in 2017 as a response to his experience. So everything you said is beautiful because Beyonce almost died and Serena as well. They almost died. And it's sad that we live in a country where medical, we have great health care, but it's just when it comes to black women and having babies, it's a lot of people with challenges and dying, and that's why they said to get a doula. So a lot of people, if someone's pregnant out there, I would highly suggest to get a doula because they said that's the better way that you're going to have a higher success in delivering a baby. A lot of stuff happens. So you lose a lot of blood, high blood pressure, diabetes. So, yes, I'm glad that you are an advocate for that. And that's why you are going to do that due to experiences. And you are going to be amazing. And you ain't got no worries with grad school and medical school. It's going to go through you're going to get through it like a breeze. So, we already know that. Yes. But black women are 3 times more likely to die than white women from pregnancy or childbirth complications.
Yep.
So, wow. So sad. But for you and people like that, for Kira, that can do the, speak about it and not only speak about it, but how about do it, be about it. That is great. I love that. Okay. Well, I'm going to start calling you Dr. Asia That's your new name. And that's about to be when you come up in my phone, it's going to come up Dr. Asia. That's what's going to come up because we got to speak that into existence. I was listening to Iyanla Vanzant. What is the name of The Spirit of the Man, I believe, is the name of this book by Iyanla Vanzant. And she was talking about her son. Actually, he was in prison, but she said The Spirit of a Man, yes, by Iyanla Vanzant. She said that she feel as if he went to prison because of her, what she was saying to her son. She was like, I was too hard on him. She was like, but how about we, speak to the child in the womb and then speak to the child and say, hey, you're going to be a doctor, or, you're not going to get into college like that. Instead of saying you're going to be bad, you're going to be like your dad, you're going to do this, you're going to go the wrong way. Start speaking into your child. So I always been like that. But then one of my friends just told me to read that book, and I got like a summary on it. I was like, ooh, that's just affirmations. So yeah, we putting that into existence. And then another reason why I had to get my cousin on, because guess what? A lot of people, they don't support their family. And people will tell you like a stranger will support you better than a friend. And then and sometimes, a lot of times it is true, unfortunately, but you have to speak into those people in your life that's doing great, and especially when it's family. Who gonna support you like family? We gotta support one another. That's what family's supposed to do. Family and friends. If we all get together and support one another, and now that people are listening, and she's about to be a doctor, let's go ahead and help her out. Come on now. So, let's go ahead and do that. But guess what? We're going to have Asia on next week. Okay? She doing big things. This my cousin. Of course she doing big things. Of course she's smart. Come on out. It's in the genes. Shout out. Shout out to the family in the genes. Shout out. And her mama jeans too. It's her daddy and her mama jeans. I give Tasha credit. Come on now. Her mama smart too. I know her mama. But how can we reach you?
My Instagram is _ASIAAAS. And then my Facebook is Asia Fair.
Okay, yes. So you guys just heard it here. You got her information. I mean, Asia's doing great things. Shout out to Livingstone College in North Carolina. I will be down there in May for your graduation. I got support. Yes, I'm gonna be there. I'm excited too. And if you guys want to, we always need sponsors for the show. So if you guys want to be a sponsor, you can email me at kwillis, Positive Vibes Talk Show @gmail.com. And this is Kay Willis with the Kay Willis Positive Vibes Talk Show on 1580 thepraise.com, a Gold Chip communication station. Like, share, and subscribe to the Kay Willis Positive Vibes podcast. Thank you for tuning in to the Kay Willis Positive Vibes podcast. Check out my book, The Principles of Overcoming Life's Obstacles, a 31-day journey to positive living, available on Amazon.com. Just type Kay Willis. And thank you for tuning in to the Kay Willis Positive Vibes podcast.